Obsessed. I'm here with Dee, and we're super
Hi,
excited.
guys.
This is part 2. So first off, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Oh, Merry
Oh my gosh,
Christmas.
Christmas is next week, so we're super excited about that. And so this is part 2 of our holiday. I'm excited. I love Christmas, so I'm ready to get into
ready for it to be over.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
It's just too crazy out here. All the traffic and just the extra stuff.
It's a lot. It's a lot going on as always. And speaking of that, as far as gifts go, so we know that every single year Christmas at the same time, but you always have those last minute shoppers.
Yes.
So a trend that I actually recently heard about, which is like super funny to me, is like if you have a family member who stays out of town, to actually, you know how you order gifts online and then it ships to them? Well, people are trying to cut on costs for shipping, so they're having them go pick them up themselves. So, for example, if Dee stayed in New York and I ordered her a gift from, I don't know, Bed Bath Beyond, and there's a Bed Bath Beyond in her area, it's like, go pick that up, Dee. There's your gift, Merry Christmas, have a good one.
You know,
and I'm
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm kind of somewhat here for it. Now, if it's local and I'm gonna see you on Christmas and I'm having you going to go pick up your gift, I think I feel some type of way.
Right.
Because it's just like, okay.
Like, you couldn't have seen me this week.
Right.
Times
Right. To go get the gifts and then bring it to me. Like,
and
you're having me
go that expensive.
Right. Well, sometimes, if it's out of state, it can be up to like $15.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I get it. I really do. So something else that people do as well is re-gifting. So,
oh, yes.
You give me a gift and then I give the gift away.
Yes. To someone.
So hilarious. So I actually have a funny story about that at work. So my boss ended up giving me a gift. So she gave me a gift, and the next day I was like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot my gift here.
Yeah.
And so my boss's boss, she came by and I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of want to play a little prank on my boss. So my boss's boss came and I was like, I'm gonna give you the gift that my boss gave me as if I was giving it to you, like re-gifting it to you, because she's always in my boss's boss office.
Okay, and just let's say these aren't your bosses anymore. Like this isn't your same boss, that you're working for. The gift.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yes, it really is.
Oh, okay.
And so I know, right? So we're trying to I'm basically I'm like the funny one in the office. I just always want to prank, and just make it fun and light. And so basically, to make a long story short, when she came into the office, so she came into my boss's boss office, and my boss was just like, oh, look what Janine gave me. And she was like, I literally just gave that to Janine. I literally just gave that to. So we're I just heard my boss just dying laughing. So I went down there and I was like, how do you like the gift that I gave her? And she was like, my heart. John was like, what do you do in that moment when you find out someone completely just re-gifted your gift? It was just a candle.
Oh, okay, it was a candle.
Yeah, but she knew because it was such a unique candle that she had gave me. So she immediately was like, that's my gift that I gave to you. She was like,
she recognized that's not a common candle. You just go out to Target.
So it's so funny because what would you do in that instant? She was like, my heart just dropped. I was like, so do I confront Janine, or do I just stay cool and be like, okay, it's not a big deal? And I would have confronted the other person, like, what? I just gave you that gift.
Right? Did you not like it?
Yeah, what is going on? So it was just such a hilarious moment. So I mean, as far as re-gifting, I feel like we've all done it. I feel like that's another last minute thing.
Because a gift that may not be good for us could be essentially someone else's. Someone else's gift. They might like it. But I always at least try to change the bag.
Yeah, I did it. I purposely did it because I knew it was gonna be pranking, so I knew that it was just gonna be something completely funny. It was a purposeful thing.
Right. Yours was there was some humor in it. But when you actually have a group of friends and you guys are close knit and you go over each other's house and you're like, okay, wait a minute, I know I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
That's what I gave her last week.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to make sure that at least the person knows, girl, I gave you a gift.
Yeah,
to someone, and you're in a close knit circle.
Yeah.
I would maybe.
See, I just wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't even risk that. But anyway, just moving on to some trending topics that's going on. This whole relationship thing that's out here in the media. You had some information for me about Offset and Cardi B.
Yeah. Well, this thing is trending and trending and trending.
Yes.
Like every week it's something about them that we're like hearing or seeing.
Yes.
And so one of the things, even though I hear and see things all the time with them, one thing that was really just kind of like off to me was when he decided to show up at her concert.
Right.
Which to me, I still consider that as like a place of work. Like that's her time, that's where she does, you know, her thing, get paid for. And you know, of course, like if you're not invited and it's a surprise, that's one thing, but if it's not a good surprise, like if I'm not even talking to you on the phone, or like I done erased you from my social media and I'm not trying to hear from you, I probably don't want you showing up at my job, period, let alone, you know, in front of thousands of people. So it was just interesting because he like brought a huge bouquet of roses and, you know, just kind of was trying to shower her, but y'all, the look on her face just gave it away. Was like, okay, she's not happy to see him.
Right.
And you know, you just really do not know how that's going to turn out, considering we do have Cardi B chucking shoes at folks, like at really corporate events, and so this was her event, so if she did chuck something, like who's gonna be, you know, more upset? Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, who's gonna check me, boo?
Yeah.
Like, at that point, like, you know what I mean? Because you came to my place of work, and just speaking of that, as far as like people coming to your place of work, like as far as like boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, to make amends, it's just like, I feel like with that, like with the entertainment, it's a little bit different, because like I'm in corporate, so listen, you won't get stopped at the end.
Exactly, that is
like,
true.
you know what I mean? But with entertainment, like any little thing, any type of attention is good attention anyway. It's all publicity. So I just feel, you know, it's just kind of like one of those things. I'm like, okay, why are you really doing it?
Yeah,
just
it's
to,
good
just to make
attention
a little bit
to a certain
yeah.
extent, though,
Yeah.
because if you are now being accused of contradicting yourself or not being serious, like, you know, now people don't know whether to take them serious. They don't know if it was like a publicity stunt, you know, or something that they're trying to, you know, make money off of. And it's not like either one of them really need any more attention. So I just doubt that it was anything, you know, remotely close to that. But what was really interesting that of course makes you think is then she gets on Instagram Live and starts talking about like how she misses him and specifically misses his manhood. And you guys, I mean, we don't have to necessarily get in depth with what his manhood is, but just let's say there's like certain things that certain women just, you know, don't think about. Like, you know, you might not think about, oh, he's a really nice guy.
It's like really, again, publicity stunt. I just feel like that's what it's all for. Just to continue the trend and just continue to keep it going.
Exactly.
Seeing, like, you know, playing that kind of like hot and cold just to see her viewers and fans to see what they're going to continue to say. And so that's interesting. And you also had another trending topic as well.
Yes, I did. Of course, I've been looking at the whole Pete Davidson and Ariana thing, just because I feel like, you know, so many people go through something like this throughout the holidays. And so basically what it was Pete Davidson had sent out a tweet on social media to, I mean, I'm guessing just everyone in general. He didn't name.
And was this after the breakup?
This is after the breakup, yes. So they've been broken up for, I don't know, I want to say maybe a few months now. And I think everyone in his camp knew that they were going to be taking it, you know, or he took it pretty hard and really just has not recovered from that. And so guys, I'm just going to read the tweet and then just kind of talk about what happened. What he said was, I really don't want to be on this earth anymore. I'm doing my best to stay here for you, but I actually don't know how much longer I can last. All I've ever tried to do was to help people, and just remember I told you so with a heart at the end. And so, you know, even though you don't know some of these people personally, you still kind of look at it as they're reaching out for help. But what Ariana did once she found out or heard about the tweet, she actually went to his place of employment. So he is on SNL, and he ended up getting word that she was coming to see him, and he was just like, you know what, no, do not let her up, do not let her in. And you know what, guys, I really kind of agree with that, just because I feel like when you are having hard times with someone, a bad breakup, and this is the reason why, just to piggyback off of our last conversation about, you know, maybe not being friends, when you break up, because you never know if the other person is taking it harder than one. I mean, you know, sometimes it's not a mutual breakup. So I just feel like, you know, is it okay to show up at people's place of employment, you know, without them knowing?
And another thing, as far as to what he said, as far as like the suicidal, like my heart just goes out to him, because a lot of times I feel like we take that for granted, but even like Bow Wow he just kind of came out about how, he's been depressed for a while as well. And it's just so scary because Miss Deb on Growing Up Hip Hop, she also was mentioning how her son had those same, you know, kind of instances as well. No one really took it seriously.
Right, they kind of were
they were joking and laughing it off. And so that stuff is really, really serious. So I really do pray that he gets like the help that he needs. And as far as the relationship goes, if it's toxic, then it just needs to be let go. And, you know, they continue to move on. In their separate.
They did announce on TMZ that he, you know, is surrounded by people that, you know, are trying to get him the proper help and, you know, just really kind of showering him with, you know, with love and support and just letting him know that people are there for them, you know, for him. You just never know what triggers anything, but I do feel like this time of the year, again, it can be stressful, a lot of things, you know, it's the beginning, getting ready to be the beginning of a new year. People just, you know, really kind of, I feel like, start putting everything in one box about the entire year and clumping everything together. And so sometimes, you know, even I'm like, okay, Lord, can we wait to the next year to go ahead and, you know, give me some other bad news? I'm done for the year. Can we just throw this year away? What do you say? Can we throw it away?
Because it's already been so much, and I feel like that it has been just a tough year for everyone, which we'll, you know, get to as well on our New Year's show. But so also something that is trending right now as well, with the holidays being here, and a lot of people are going out of town, a lot of people are traveling, and something that I actually came across was you have to stay clear of airline coffee.
See,
you know,
I know that scares me. I know it does. I come in here with coffee every day, but
it's airline coffee, and let me tell you where it stems from. So, according to a new airline food study from the Hunter College NYC Food Policy Center, it's best to avoid drinking the water airlines use in flight. And the results of the study, released in November, shouldn't be too surprising given that in 2004, an EPA investigation found disease-causing pathogens that could be in the water of 15% of commercial airplanes. And so I think it's more so of the water not being filtered that they're using for the coffee. I don't think that it's necessarily the coffee, but they're mentioning more so of the water. So we just kind of want to warn you guys, if you are traveling, a lot of people are, especially around now, you know, going to visit family and stuff. I know, especially with those early morning flights, I'm like, I already know I'm gonna drink. Because I'm always going, even if I'm asleep, I'm waking up out of my sleep to get the free drink.
But ain't this about us? You know what? The fact that you can't even get on a flight after you done paid all of this money. I mean, they barely have anything for you now, and now you can't even drink anything. So I guess, normally I try to drink like Fiji water or whatever and bring my own water.
Yes, I know you really good about
that. But then I don't even know, like I haven't flown in so long. I guess you can get it after you.
Yeah, so basically you can bring on drinks, after you get through security. So you can bring on water, whatever, drink. You just can't bring it through security. But so.
More of a reason to stay home. I ain't gotta worry about nobody tampering with water.
Well, you know, we're saying the other drinks are okay, but just stay clear as far as those drinks. And then one of the other things that I wanted to touch on is Miss Universe was this past weekend, and so for 2018 it was Miss Philippines, and it's so interesting, her story, because something that she says, beginning quote, "When I was 13, my mom said she had a dream that I would win Miss Universe in a red dress." And you guys, she was wearing a red dress. Like, it's just so crazy.
That is amazing.
I'm like, oh my God, like, look at God. Like, it was basically prophesied to her. You know, her mom had a dream that she was going to be Miss Universe, and she was Miss Universe. And she did her thing. She was gorgeous. And the dress she wore was absolutely beautiful as well.
Mama, what dreams did you have for me? Like, I mean, I need to call her right now. Like, seriously, like, well, I'm talking to you and figure that one out, because I mean, we having dreams and they coming true.
Listen,
like that. There's a lot of things
That's how he works, you know what I mean? So I definitely am a huge believer of that. So I'm just like, congrats.
Yeah, that's
Philippines.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
And so now
Very
we're going to get into some beauty trends that's going on for Christmas, since Christmas is here. And so we definitely want to hear about what beauty trends that you have for us this week as far as Christmas goes.
So guys, there are a couple of different things that I have for you. The first one is Glow For It. And this gift set I really, really like. Again, I'm always here for the glow. This one you can get at Sephora. There are actually 5 different products in it from each different cosmetic line. So 5 products from a specific cosmetic line. The first one is going to be Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. So let me tell you the reason why I like this is because first of all, you can use it wet or dry.
Oh, wow.
So you can wet your brush with like a setting spray. And so guys, just, you know, FYI, pretty much explains itself. It literally sets everything on your face. So you get it wet with your setting spray, dip it in the glow powder, and then instead of using like your regular pressed powder or face powder or HD translucent powder, then you have your glow. Oh, wow. So I really like that one. That one is by Artist Couture Diamond. And so this is in the gift set. The next one is Benefits Cosmetics High Beam Liquid Face Highlighter. So this right here is something that you can use in place of a contour. So say you don't feel like, you know, contouring your face with contours, you guys know. Yes, it doesn't take time. Like seriously, you need it. I know. You're using like 3 or 4 different shades typically for your contour, powders and creams. With this one, this is just like a liquid, but basically where you put this is cheekbones, so the high area of the cheekbones, forehead, and then down the center of the nose. So I really like this, so this is something
those
really
highlighted areas, like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Exactly.
The next one, guys, is Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Moonlight. This color Moonlight, oh my God, I love, love, love this because it goes with so many different skin tones. So what you can do with this is put a drop in your foundation or concealer and then basically use your foundation brush to apply it and blend it in. And basically it just kind of gives you an all-over glow. So if some of you guys kind of want a shimmer look all over instead of just in certain areas,
shimmer me
then
up.
yes, this is for you. Again, this is the products that are, you know, in the set, and you can use different products from different lines, so that's why I love this one. The next one is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. It's mini matchsticks that are basically shimmer. So these are little sticks that I say that basically you guys can travel with. So say you've been at work all day and you have like a dinner date or something like this. This is something that you can travel with and just kind of spruce up the cheeks. So it really is good as a blush.
To make you look alive after the day, like maybe you just look a little bit fresh.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And the next one and the last one is milk. Now this is the reason why I love this line is just because of the word milk. I don't know why that makes me excited. Like creamy, you know, like something just yummy about milk. Even though I really don't drink milk, but I just like the fact that this product is called milk.
It works with beauty, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it really does, and it just sounds like really creamy. It seems like our skin isn't lactose intolerant,
right? Because I would be out.
We would be in trouble.
Yes.
But also, guys, this line milk does have like an entire line of other products as well, and also the other products that I named do as well. But this one, I like the packaging too. So you can use this as a natural highlight, or you can use it alone as a invisible foundation. I know you're gonna like that too. So you know how sometimes, yes, your foundation can get a little heavy, a little time consuming. Another product on the go that you can basically use, and it's super light, and it can be more so like an invisible foundation because it does have that creamy consistency, but then it does have a little bit of cream base, so it'll give you like that, you know, just like very, very silky look.
Yeah, I love that.
So if you guys still need to get out there and do some shopping, then
there's
this
still
is
time.
gonna be great. Yeah, I agree.
I'm a last minute shopper. I know we just talked about that. Again, we know that Christmas is every day. I mean, not every day, every time at the same time of the year, same date, and we still do that last minute.
Yes,
So.
and honey, they want you to spend money. They want us to spend money. You think they're gonna be out of something like this? When's the last time you went somewhere and they're like, sorry, we don't have any more of this?
Right.
I will say the only time that has happened is with oh my God, what is the little?
Oh, the Mac. Are you talking about the?
No, the little, when you speak into it and it does what you say, it's like a little.
The little
speaker.
magic egg? Oh, Alexa.
Alexa, that's exactly what I'm trying to think of. So now they will sell out of some Alexa, honey.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is the, and
Well,
of course,
everybody named Mama got one, so.
I know. Well, I'm the only one I feel like that doesn't have
I don't have
one,
it either.
But I'm the only reason why it was sold out because I wanted one. So like finally I was going to get a gift.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, I'm sorry, we're sold out.
Of
And we
course.
probably don't have this back until next year. And I'm like, really?
Now I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that as
Yes.
yeah. So awesome. So moving on to some fashion trends. So as you can see, me and Dee both are wearing ugly Christmas sweaters because of course those parties are coming up. Everybody has those ugly Christmas sweater parties. And so something that I just want to touch base on is how to kind of spruce it up a little bit. A lot of times people just throw it on and go, and it's just like, no, you know, you can definitely still play around with it. So something that I would definitely suggest is pairing them with the cute pair of like pleather leggings. Oh,
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on with my words. I actually have them on, and then
And it's
also
super cute.
or skirts as well. So if you're pairing them like with skirts or like some tights, and you know, because like right now you can wear like the tights, like I like it with like jean shorts, or just kind of making it cute. And then over the knee boots also look really cute as well. Just with
I'm
the sweater.
obsessed with boots and tights.
Yes, it's just so cute. So you can just kind of throw that on with your ugly sweater, and then you can also accessorize it. So you can do like a choker, or you can do just like
cute.
necklaces,
I like that.
scarves, but just kind of bring it out a little bit more so you're not blending in with everyone. Because a lot of times when you go to these parties, a lot of people have on the same sweater that you have on, and you're just like, wait a second. But then if you spruce yours up a little bit cuter, you know, you stand out a little bit more. So for the guys, the trend that I'm liking is the fun Christmas blazers. So I'm seeing that a lot as well. So they're not just wearing like the sweaters like we're wearing, they're actually doing like Christmas blazers, which is really fun. They look real tacky and like a little pop-ish, but I mean, I actually like them. And to my point of last week when we talked about doing the turtlenecks under, like that's even kind of cute as well. Like just have like a turtleneck and like this fun, crazy like Christmas blazer.
I'm real close to it. I'm trying.
You know, we'll definitely have to post some pictures or something of like showing that look to kind of sell you over a little bit more, because it really could be really cute. So I mean, I'm really liking that for the guys. And a trend that just came back, because everything's coming back. Last week we talked about the feelers, but this week is the fanny packs. Like they have came back with a vengeance.
I'm sorry, that just reminds me of my aunt, and she would be like, honey, you want some gum? And you know, open her fanny. I'm like, no, auntie, I don't think so.
Just because it's coming from the fanny pack?
Just because it just looked weird. I mean, it just looked weird for some grown person.
But it's actually come back as very like it's like this upscale like high fashion thing, and they're also like versatile. So they're wearing them kind of like over the shoulders. They're wearing them across the chest.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like like this 3-in-1 type of deal. And what's crazy is that sales are up by 25%.
Oh wow.
So it's so crazy, and they're actually you're finding them more in the high-end stores now. Versus
in high-end stores now. Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
for that.
see now you have found out what type of person you are. Of course. Then so if I got you a Gucci fanny pack, you're not thinking about your aunt no more?
Yes, I can wear that on my head, across the shoulders, around the head, whatever. Just to let it be seen, for sure.
I'm done. I'm so done. And then also, since actually, the 21st was the first day of winter, which would have been yesterday on Friday.
Yes.
A winter trend that I'm actually obsessed with are the white booties. So I'm seeing a lot of girls walk around with the white booties. Yes, it's just like so cute.
Yes.
And like they're doing it in a very, like I said, like high fashion type of way. So it can be like a solid like denim outfit or like a sweater and some ripped jeans and a white booty. It's unexpected. And I think that's what I love. And then it also I love breaking the rules of, you know, you can't wear white after Labor Day and all that. So it breaks the rules in such like this cute, like high fashion type of way. So I love that.
Okay, but wait a minute. So I like the high fashion part of it, but am I just old school when I thought that you can't wear white?
Yes.
Throughout.
Yes, you're old school. We're definitely gonna call that traditional.
Okay.
And I'm not traditional at all. I break all the rules.
White is off limits after Labor Day.
And who made that up? I want to know. Let's go back to the source.
I thought. I mean, she was the one that told me.
She probably did. Well, she probably did. Like it was that generation, but it's crazy. That's why I said I love it so much because it's like it gives like this fresh appeal for a winter outfit, and so that's why I like it because it's just not like your, you know, bland old like white. And a lot of people are doing pointed toe, you guys. So I'm gonna, you know, let you know, put you up on game on that. So don't walk around with this round toe boot, white boot.
Well, and that was what was really interesting is because I was going to say I have seen the white boots in some forms or fashions they are cute, but then there's something about the ones that I see with that pointed toe that I'm just looking like, oh my God.
It makes it so much more sophisticated.
Yes, it really does. And so I'm not really sure if I like that. I mean, now I feel no, but I'm saying that I could put it on, or if I see it on someone else, maybe rock it in.
But I mean, even just like a solid black outfit, and like I love that, like just like a solid black outfit, and then you just pair them, boom, them white booties just came, because it really just it sticks out, and then it just makes you look so much more, like I said, sophisticated and elegant, and I just love it.
Well, I will trust my fashion experts over here on this one, yes, because I'm sure I'll be seeing them walk through the door at some point.
Listen,
and like, okay, let me see if I can.
In the closet.
Try those.
And also something I want to bring up is my designer of the week, which is going to be Balenciaga.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, and I'm sure you are seeing it everywhere. Like you said, trending, Michelle Obama in this bomb Balenciaga outfit. And so she was basically touring right now for her book, Becoming. And I'm so sad, you guys, because of course we're in Dallas, and I missed it. But she was here
at the American Airlines.
Yes, and she had on, I don't know if it was in Dallas, but recently, just with her touring in general, she just had on this bomb Balenciaga. It was like a wrapped yellow silky type of dress. So gorgeous, but then what really stole the show were those glitter gold boots that everybody and their mama probably want right now. I'm trying to go out and buy.
Gosh.
They're over the knee, and Michelle's just so classy with
she
it.
is.
Because she didn't show no skin. She didn't show no skin, but was still very sexy, beautiful, sophisticated. Elegant, and like this was just like the top. This is just like the top right now. Where these like over the knee? Because like who else can pull that off? The over the knee gold glittery boots with the yellow wrap dress, and Balenciaga did that. So definitely designer of the week for me.
Okay.
I'm so yes.
We're gonna have to get that picture up.
we are. On our social media, yes, we'll definitely have that up.
I need to see the inspiration, you know, for something fabulous.
Yes, honey. So moving on to food. Yes, we're here again with Christmas. We're here with
One
Christmas.
of our favorites.
Food. We're some foodies, so we definitely got to touch on.
Yes, guys, we have some really good stuff for you.
So are you guys? Yes, some restaurants who
recipes. Yes.
Now, are you a store-bought person, or do you like to actually like home make like your food choices?
Really? Are you asking me that, or is that rhetorical?
No, it's a question. I mean, it can be rhetorical for our listeners.
Right, exactly.
And our audience.
Right, yes, I will answer that for the people people who, yes, do not know me, I am absolutely a store-bought person. Without a doubt.
Same here.
I am. I mean, I guess if I had, you know, like a huge family to cook for, you know, but for me, I'm not, I can eat the same thing every day,
Yeah, same.
you know, as long as it's fresh, but not necessarily just a leftover person. So if I did cook, then, you know, again, like I said, it'd be like a 1 to 2 day type, you know, meal where I could eat for like a couple days and be done. So it's easier for me to just go grab something, especially if I'm taking it to someone else's house.
And see, I would like to be a homemade person and bring these recipes, but who's not going to stand in this kitchen and do all these recipes? And I don't mind, especially like with baking, because it's a little bit easier. You can just pop it in the oven and go. But I think I've just been spoiled to like where I would like rely on my family. So I'm just like, you know, they always take care of it. So I'm like, well, I'll just bring some sodas.
Right,
you know what I mean? Or this cake, this sock and you know, you can always count on the good old store sock and Timmy cake. So, you know, that's what I do. And speaking of that, as far as like Christmas dinners, something that's really cool that my family does is like because Thanksgiving is literally like a month before Christmas. And so what we normally do is switch it up as far as culture-wise. So we'll do Asian, or we'll do Mexican, or we'll do Caribbean, or we'll do Cajun, or whatever the case is. So that's pretty cool. So let's get into some holiday favorites, some holiday recipes.
Absolutely. So one of the recipes that I am going to talk about is something that is in the shape of the holidays, which is a Christmas wreath. So what it is, it's a appetizer of pizza bites that look like a Christmas wreath.
That's cute.
I know, right? Isn't it so
pizza.
cute? I know, and this is something that I am excited to post just to show, because talking about it really does not do it like the full justice. So, but just quickly, let me just explain. So whatever platter that you want to use, and you know, Party City, places like that have different color patterns and different solid platter plates.
Right.
And so you can get them in green, black, red, and what you do is on the platter you put spinach, right, around the center, and then also on the edges, and then you do rosemary sprigs. Okay, so it really kind of mocks the look of a real wreath. Use just your average refrigerated biscuits for the center. Brush them with a little butter, salt and pepper, make them look yummy. Cut up some red and green bell peppers, of course, to kind of again stay in that festive color. And then you can fill these, which this is what I really love about it. You can fill it with chicken Alfredo. So somebody can get really excited because you can't see it. So when you bite into it, it's like super yummy. I know, right? You can also do, since it's pizza bites, of course, you can do your traditional cheese and pepperoni. And so anything, guys, that you want to fill or not. But then in the center of the wreath, you leave the red marinara sauce. So it just really comes together, really cute, really festive, something that everybody can enjoy. So that was one of the things that I was like, okay, bomb. I hope they sell these in the frozen section.
You can talk about this homemade thing. Listen.
So you can go either way, guys, right?
Well, something that I wanted to get on just as far as recipes go, you know, I tell people this all the time. We're in 2018. Like, not everybody is going around just like our carnivores anymore. Like, there's vegetarians out here, there's pescatarians out here. And so one of the holidays that I wanted to go, one of the recipes that I wanted to go over is maple walnut crusted salmon, which is like super yummy. You know, it kind of goes into like that holiday feel, just kind of like a little twist on salmon. So something that you can do is definitely like get your Atlantic salmon and then get your maple walnuts, and you know, just follow the recipe, which we'll be posting. And I just love that because it's a different twist on having another type of meat. Like I said, not everyone. You know, everyone normally does like this roast
and
meat.
It's a lot lighter too.
And it's lighter and it's good for a pescatarian. Something else that you can do as well is a cheesy cauliflower bake. So that's really like,
I've been hearing
really
about
good.
this cauliflower
It's
and people substituting it a lot for like mashed potatoes or pizza
well,
crust.
It's a good carb.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it versus always having the heaviness.
Absolutely.
Feeling so full, you gotta go take a nap and wake up. And then, you know, like I want to be light and on the go.
Right,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
So you can make your rounds, you know.
Yes, and then something else that you can do instead of the ghibli gravy.
Giblets, yes, I'm here for it all day.
Is
Sure.
wild mushroom gravy.
Oh, okay. Yum.
You're so wrong. Just trust me. Listen, I know food.
Anything with the word wild, you should.
I love mushrooms. Like I love mushrooms. So that's another twist on, like I said, like a lighter version of a gravy as well, just to do something that's a little bit different. And then also,
perfect for salmon, guys. Don't try that on dressing, please. Thank you.
I will. Okay, I'll try it for everybody.
Well, let me know how that works out. Let me know how that works out for you.
Yes. Well, something else I want to get into, which you're gonna slap my hand. These Brahms. Okay, so Brahms they have omelet bagels, and when I say they're so bomb, like they have been like my guilty pleasure.
She has been great. Have you been like every morning?
No, not every morning.
Okay.
Every Saturday morning. I had one this morning. And they have like 5 different kinds, you know, like they have like the sausage, the spinach and mushroom, they have vegetarian, which is the one I get, and it's so yummy. But it's like, it literally tastes like scratch. Like, people sleep on Brahms. Like, they sleep on Brahms, but their food is bomb.
On Brahms or
yes,
just
you are.
passing Brahms by.
Both.
No. I don't think so. I don't think I've
It's
ever
so good. Like the bagel, it's like that good mix between like toasted and soft. So it's like kind of gooey, and then like the ingredients inside is like so fresh. Like
see, what I love about this is we're not talking about McDonald's. We're not talking about just running up to like somewhere where people get breakfast from, Chick-fil-A. We are literally talking about Brahms.
That's why I'm saying people sleep on them.
We gotta get up 30 to 40 minutes early just to find Brahms. Because Brahms are not.
Listen, you do.
Brahms are not even centrally located.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's worth a little travel, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Maybe this is, a New Year's thing that I can do.
Yes, I'm gonna bring you one day. You gonna
right. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the quickest that I would
When I say it's so good, and then just speaking of restaurants, just some restaurants that cater. I know that you were talking about some as well, but of course Popeyes, Cajun Turkeys, Boston Market, Luby's, different things like that for people who don't want to cook. Which is me, or who's last minute or for a family, a smaller family. And I know you were saying that you actually called some restaurants.
Yes, I did for you guys that like to keep it a little bougie and classy. The first one is Del Frisco's. Love. And these are also, guys, places that you probably want to make reservations at. Yes, you don't necessarily want to go in,
pick up and go.
Up on them with a party of 10. No, you probably want to.
So we're actually talking about going out versus
but I do have a really good caterer as well. So Del Frisco's, Morton Steakhouse, Ocean Air Seafood,
Girl,
which is
you
another
talking about coin.
Yes, but it's Christmas. You like to splurge on Christmas? Yes. These are going to be tablecloth places, guys.
Okay.
These are going to be places.
I mean, I'm here for it because I'm a cheap
on. Yes, we
gotta balance the people out. We gotta balance them out. I get you. I'm here for you.
And then Knife Restaurant as well.
Okay.
But just in case you guys want to, have like a after dinner refresher, Raw Sushi, Henry's Tavern, the Omni Dallas, and Dragonfly. And I will say these are all places I've been to.
I'm sure.
So I can really vouch, that they are pretty good. Sure. So hopefully they won't disappoint you either.
I mean, you can't disappoint with a coin like that, or else I'm going off.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I'm straight going off.
However, lastly, I would use lots of patience if you guys are going out to any of these places, because these people are going to be super swamped, busy. Your waiters and waitresses are going to be, like filling in for people who called off talking about they sick and can't come in.
Yeah.
So just be really, really nice to the ones that, are actually dedicated to working and serving you for sure.
Yes.
And then I have a Beyond the Box Market and Catering.
Oh, okay.
So they actually are catering up to Christmas Eve, which is
nice.
awesome. They literally do Christmas catering and then they deliver to your home.
That's
it is
cool.
a 4-person minimum.
Yeah, most of the time with that type of stuff, you want to do like a
Yes.
small family or just like a small gathering as far as catering goes.
And then again, if you really want to be bougie, you can definitely have them. They put everything together, so they set everything out for you, and then they also do your cleanup as well.
Yes.
So no dishes in the sink.
Yes.
Everybody's like looking at each other like, what are we doing?
What is going on?
Yes.
Well, speaking of that, as far as like the holidays, and I know we touched on this before, but we got to get back into this Starbucks because I tried them all, guys. I tried them all. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, except for one. Which I tried them all except for one. Which I did not try the eggnog latte, but you know that like Starbucks have all of these like these holiday lattes, which is the pumpkin spice, the gingerbread latte, the salted caramel, the white mocha, the peppermint mocha, and because they've been having these specials, so
I mean, if y'all just look at her face, she is so lit up and excited about this. I go to Starbucks every day and it's still the same.
Well, because you get the same thing. But I like to try.
Yes.
And
oh
so,
my gosh.
What's cool is that they actually had like a buy one get one free. So I was like, that's perfect. Like
I did not receive a text.
No, you gotta do the email. You gotta be on the email list. And then they also had $3 after 3 on Thursday. So I was like, perfect. I'm gonna get all of my flavors out. But the ones that I like the most, drum roll.
Okay, I'm here for it. What is it?
Salted caramel and the pumpkin spice. Like that's first of all, I'm a salted caramel like guru.
Yes,
anything with salted caramel, like ice cream, candy, it doesn't matter. Like I'm going for it. And
that
so
salty sweet,
yes, it was like, and I didn't think that I actually was gonna taste the salted caramel with the latte, and I was like, this is perfect, guys. And then also the pumpkin spice, you just can't go wrong. Like,
no, you can't. Spice. And plus, it's such for a limited time, so it's not like you get it all the time. You have to really just get it in when you can.
When you can, which is now. So don't judge me. Right. And then, so what we also want to move on to is our totally obsessed moments of the week. Yes. I'm gonna go first because I'm so excited. Okay, so I know you probably know of the Olympian Sonia Richards-Ross.
Yes, I do.
Love
they actually
her.
had a reality show.
Yeah, they had a reality show, and we
yes, I know. Exactly.
We went over this.
Watching this.
I love them, and they're just such a cute family. But she actually just launched a business called Coordination. So basically what this is, and this is at the beginning of this month of December, is basically community of stylish families who like to move and dress as a unit. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Leslie Lewis, but she's basically a well-known family stylist who keeps her family on point. So what she does is like it's probably about she probably has about, I want to say maybe 4 kids if I'm just visualizing them right now. And it's her and her husband. And when I say she styled them to the T, like, oh my gosh, it is the cutest thing ever. Like, all of their outfits are always coordinated. So Sonia Richards-Ross actually joined forces with her to create this business to where you can basically, hire your own stylist to coordinate with you. So it's a remind of that song, like you gotta coordinate. Coordinate. So it's super cute. Like they're basically, like I said, they launched at the beginning of this year, and they actually have top-notch stylists who are celebrity stylists who can coordinate for you. So if you have upcoming, family photo shoots or events or whatever, it's like a one-of-a-kind business that I've never heard of.
See, and I love that. Cute. For those of us who be trying to send these raggedy pictures to people that they just throw on a jean, shirt, button up, have the husband throw on a jean hat and whatever else he wants to, and you're going, okay, so you guys, this wasn't planned, was it?
Right, it's
you know
like
what I'm saying?
These weird like JCPenney
just
kind of like
really
stepping it up a little bit more. But it's like perfect for right now because people send out like Christmas cards with their family and different things like that. So if that's just not your gift, if that's just something that you don't operate in, you have no clue how to style your family. This is perfect for you just to kind of like pull up the site, hire a stylist real quick, and then get your.
Especially if you guys like, this is a great great way to, you know, step up your holiday photos, especially if you guys are wanting us to put these like where people can see them on our refrigerators. You know what I mean? Like on the wall when people come in. Like don't be asking for your Christmas photo when you come to my house if you know it wasn't bomb. You know, yeah. So this is really good. This information definitely needs to be put out there. I really like that. But I don't even know. Is there a lot of people that still do Christmas photos? I know, of course, the Kardashians, that's a huge thing.
It is. It still happens. I know that people send those out. Like, I just recently got one from, like, a coworker. Okay. And I know that they send those out. So just kind of like saying, you know, just Merry Christmas type of thing. And I think it just depends on the type of person you are. It's more so of a traditional thing.
Yeah.
That where people do it, like, it's something that they gung-ho on and they're going to do every single year. But when it comes to, like, people who are just kind of like, I don't care, you know, whatever.
Yes,
you know,
because you got social media,
you know,
so all of, you know, I just thought people just kind of post it on social media and just say.
I think it's cute. Like, I love it. Like, especially like with big families like that. When I say these people are on point, like, it is crazy.
Yes.
It's so crazy. So, yeah, what about you? What are you totally obsessed with this week?
I am totally obsessed with, it's a food product, it's candy, it's really savory, and sweet at the same time. They are these dark chocolate Reese's Cups from Trader Joe's, y'all. When I tell you, and I'm not going around looking for like cupcakes and cookies and things like that. That is not me. I was literally in line to get my water.
That's how they get you.
I know this is how they get you, and they were on the little, you know, rack, and so they had these tubs of them, and I was like, okay, no, I'm not gonna get the tubs, but then they had like these little packages of them. I said, so let me just, you know, while I'm driving or whatever, just taste them. Honey, I almost had to pull over the sofa. Like, I almost wanted to go back in. I know. I was like literally sitting in the car, like I was hoping nobody was looking at me because they would have thought something totally different was going on in the car when I was like eating this. It was so good, and I was trying to. What do you call it? Like, I was trying not to eat the whole bag. I'm such a saver. Like, I'll do this, but then sometimes I'll save stuff until it's like so old. But I'm that person who won't eat the whole bag. You guys have to try these, and I mean, most people are not like dark chocolate people. Although dark chocolate is said to be a little bit healthier than like milk chocolate. But when I tell you something about this dark chocolate and this peanut butter and just it coming together, I was like, okay,
I gotta go try this.
I was like, okay,
I gotta go try this because that sounds amazing.
And it might be my totally obsessed moment again next week, just in case. Like, I'm just letting y'all know.
You can't think of nothing else.
I know I can't think of anything else. Like, I'm so excited.
It might be
out of my bag, so I would like have someone I got home.
I can't.
It's
that's like me.
Yes,
like a little treat.
Yes, like a little treat.
Yes. So this has been so much fun. I'm happy that you guys tuned in. Keep tuning in. Next time we'll definitely be going over New Year's resolutions and different things like that. So
super excited to get into that. Yes.